I, now 37M, met my wife, Kimberly, now 36F, when we were in college. At the time, I was 23 and she was 22. I was just some scrawny, over-caffeinated engineering student drowning in debt and living off microwave ramen, trying to survive midterms and part-time jobs. Kimberly? She seemed like everything I wasn't. She was a lit major, smart, pretty, always pulled together in a way that made it seem effortless, with this calm, ethereal confidence that just drew people in. We met during a student volunteer fair. She was handing out flyers for an animal shelter she worked with, and I was passing by on the way to a robotics club meeting. I still remember what she was wearing, this sunflower yellow sweater and jeans ripped just enough to look edgy but still tasteful. She smiled and asked if I like dogs, and before I could really think, I said, "Yeah, I like anything that doesn't judge me for my GPA." She laughed. That was the beginning. I'll be the first to admit, I fell fast. Maybe too fast. But when you're a broke college kid with clinical-grade anxiety and a history of relationships crashing and burning before they even got off the ground, meeting someone like Kimberly felt like winning the lottery. She had this ability to make you feel like the only person in the room, like she actually saw you. That was rare for me. We started dating pretty quickly after that. We were inseparable within weeks. Late-night study sessions turned into late-night talks about our dreams, our fears, the kind of life we wanted. I told her about my panic attacks, about the nights I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking I'd end up failing out of school and disappointing everyone who'd ever believed in me. She didn't flinch. She just held my hand and said, "You're going to be someone incredible. I know it." For a while, she was truly my rock. When I couldn't afford textbooks, she'd scan pages from the library copies. When I had an emotional breakdown before finals, she stayed up all night quizzing me and making sure I ate something. I couldn't believe someone like her was in my corner. Of course, I introduced her to my family pretty early on. My parents are old school, blue-collar types. My mom worked in a school cafeteria her whole life, and my dad's been a mechanic since before I was born. My sister, Rachel, is a year older than me and always took her role as protector way too seriously. When they met Kimberly, they were polite, cordial, even, but I could tell something was off. Afterward, Rachel pulled me aside and said, "She's charming, sure. But there's something calculated about her. Be careful." My mom was a little more subtle, saying she seemed nice but seemed to like the idea of you more than the real you. I brushed it all off. I thought they just didn't get her. She was artistic and dreamy and had this boho vibe that didn't really mesh with our working class background. Of course they didn't understand her. Looking back now, I wish I'd paid more attention.